thank you for taking the time to review this presentation. This is an analysis of U.S. craft breweries and craft beers across the United States. Today we're going to take a look at a sample set of 2,410 beers produced by 558 breweries in the U.S. with a focus on alcohol by volume and international bitterness unit. Some of the highlights we're going to hit in this analysis are breweries per state, the median alcohol content per state, median bitterness per state, beers with the highest alcohol by volume and highest on the International Bitterness Unit scale, some summary stats of alcohol by volume, and an analysis of the relationship between alcohol by volume and International Bitterness Unit. On a quick note, we were missing 2% of the ABV or alcohol by volume data and 42% of the IBU or International Bitterness Unit data from the sample sets of data that were provided by you. So within the United States, the range of breweries per state go from 1 brewery to 47 breweries. The average number of craft breweries in each state is 10.9. Colorado leads the way with 47 craft breweries. And at the bottom of our list are North Dakota, South Dakota, and West Virginia, which only have 1 craft brewery per state. On another note, North Dakota and South Dakota have very small populations, but West Virginia is around 38 or 39 in total population in the United States. And if you're looking for an opportunity to expand into a craft beer market, West Virginia may be a good place to look at. In this slide, we have 2 charts. Chart A shows the median alcohol by volume per state, and chart B shows the median international bitterness unit per state. As you can see in chart A, the alcohol by volume per state is fairly consistent, somewhere just below 6%, probably around 5.8%, while the median international bitterness unit per state for all of these different craft beers is very much varied. The beer with the highest alcohol by volume that we tested in this sample set was Lee Hill Series Volume 5. It's produced by Upslope Brewing Company in Boulder, Colorado, and comes in at a whopping 13% alcohol. The beer with the highest on the scale of the International Bitterness Unit was Bitter Bitch Imperial IPA. It has 138 on the IBU scale. It's produced by Astoria Brewing Company in Astoria, Oregon. Some summary statistics around alcohol by volume for all of the data that we sampled. So at the very bottom of the ABV scale, we have some beers that don't even measure at 1%. The median was about 5.6%. The mean or average being 5.9%, and the maximum alcohol by volume being the Lee Hill at 13%. And we have a note here that, just a reminder, that we were missing 62 values in the data set that was provided. When we looked at are there any relationship between alcohol content and bitterness, once we plotted out all the data, you can see that there does seem to be an upward trend where the higher the alcohol content, the higher that beer is on the IBU scale. But there are some outliers where you have some beers that are pretty high in alcohol content, but not as high on the bitterness scale. So thank you for watching this presentation. Our complete research can be found at the link in this slide. And thanks again.